All right, turn 9. Attacking for feudalism. Let's go get these goody huts. Let's bring our scout back as soon as we can. I like that pathing. Combine our military. We're going to go fight their neutral army and then probably bribe the actual tile. Because I don't want to build a keep. I don't want to tech a keep. Get a level on our lord. Not actually sure how we got a level because I don't think we did anything with him. It's probably finding the curios. So this is the warrior class, slightly rebalanced from the demo. I like what they've done. They've made a lot of the abilities be multi-attribute dependent with slightly different scaling. And this lord I found to be very strong. And they also nerfed Death Blow, which they needed to do, and it no longer gives infinite actions if you have infinite targets. So some questions here from me. I've found this character to be super strong. And it's just a matter of what do I want to try. This is their, so the way this works is this is the faction, or this is the class, this is the class and faction combined, and this is the faction bonuses. I like the tier 2 faction bonuses for this race quite a lot. The tier 1 ones I'm not so sure about. I've found Deathblow to be real medium at this point, mostly because my damage outscales it so high, so rapidly. So I don't find a lot of times where it's better to take that weaker attack. So maybe the movement ability would be good. Although it's very weak damage. That's probably just Deathblow again. All right, grab Deathblow. There's a lot of use cases for that, even if it's not always going to be good for us. Suppose I could come in here and build a bridge to cross through, but I think it's 2 tiles, so I think it's not even faster. I need to stay in range of that unit now. Why is that a... Why can I not go past that? So this is one move, one move. Why is that not one move? We are looking for that roaming army. That's why I was keeping my 2 units close to each other. We'll take that fight. Happy to do that. All right. I get to show off this lord finally. This lord is nuts. All right. Another downside to this faction is the auto-resolve almost always penalizes you too much health for how much health you actually leech out of these fights. Opportunist and range, so they want to have our units be isolated for additional damage. We obviously don't want that. Also a 1-tile choke, which is kind of awkward for us, but we'll move in here. Go force to make the range damage less. Yeah, there's that 1-tile choke being annoying, but I think it's going to be fine. So our racial is every time we kill a unit, friendly or enemy, anytime that happens, we get an AoE 25 health heal around it, which early is quite a lot. Although them just standing here is ultra annoying. So there's our heal. All right, get in there, get in there. Not quite enough to kill, sadly. Okay, they attacked the wrong unit, though. Alright. Good stuff. Experience, items, all the stuff we care about early. Looks like we picked up a consumable. Alright, we have a diplomatic offer from these guys. They want to share research. I want to war them later, so no. And anything else going on? We could rush this 163. So I could also rush, I can't rush a population point. I wasn't sure if the other factions counted towards that. Did want to rush a population point earlier. I kind of want another unit. And I would like to save some money. I'm pretty sure for whatever reason, production doesn't overflow, whereas science does. So I do want to have a building queued up here. Because although I don't want to, in 2 turns exactly, I want to start building our soul repository. I don't really want to lose the overflow hammers. So we look at this. Our progress is 19 of 50. We're making 19, so we're going to have 38 on top of 19. So we're going to have more than 50, right? It's going to be 58. I don't want to lose those 8 hammers. So where are we putting this? So if we look at the way these are structured, we want to build out this way in all likelihood. These 4, these 2, that 1. This can be used as an adjacency later, so it's slightly more efficient than these ways. If we do that, this tile and this tile are the ones that are going to go to tier 2 first, and these 2 are going to be tier 1. I want my culture buildings and science buildings leveled up as much as possible, and outside of that, probably golden district buildings and our unique building. So any of these are equal markets. Actually, any of them, I think all of them are pretty much entirely equal. So just either of these can be the unique building, and one of them should be a culture building, and then that means one of these should be like a market building. I guess I'll take this one for future adjacencies, grab a merchant's house there. Not really planning on building it, but I don't want to waste those overflow hammers either. Okay. Oh, I wanted to check. Did we get any gold off the district giving 36? If we add these together, 22, 25, 27, 29, 32, 34, 36. And what were we getting? 36. Yeah, so whatever that gold they said they were giving us from this district is not true. It's just science. I don't know why that shows us giving gold. We could rush this turn though, which is a little bit interesting. For 78, we can pick up another 5 science. That's almost certainly worth it. So what does that actually equal? 78 buys us 2 extra turns of science for 36. And what's the... What else am I planning to bookmark that gold for? Probably our expansion. Our expansion is pure influence, so it shouldn't be an issue. All right, let's grab that. Okay, if I want to grab more population, it's a 40% chance of rebellion. That does seem to tick down over time. And 136, so 150 to integrate those, but I don't think we're there yet. Okay. Well, I have our forum. Oh, I missed that, but I'm done with that. I'd rather build that over the merchants to begin with. Which would be here, I assume. So we'll queue that up instead. Cool. All right. Is a happiness booth worth anything right now? For 15 brings us to 69. The breakpoint is 60. It will be a small production bonus. Yeah, okay. And how much was it? 3. 3 whole hammers. Okay. Alright. Gained 100 gold. Got a consul's reward. Consul's guard. These were bugged earlier, or if not bugged, then the thing I don't really understand. Pacify 3 villages by any means for 400 influence is incredible. Poison salts is absolute dog shit. Okay. Well, notice what those will be choosing. This unit had a debuff called Dying, which sets its health to 1, which makes it a bad scout, a reasonable collector of things, and a reasonable like planter of cities. But it means if it gets in any combat, it instantly dies. But having another unit is good. On another faction too, another mobile unit that is. I don't know where we're meeting these things. It'd be nice if they met them in our area. We actually want factions in our area. We did finish our tech. I'm going to grab the Curio tech next, and then the Happiness tech. Actually, I'm going to grab them the other way around. We don't seem to be doing a lot of exploration of new area right now. And this means this is our culture building. This can be our new unique building. I'll put that in front of the merchant's house in the queue. Can finish the forum this turn for 161, and we have 3 pacify. Weirdly, pacify is bribe or complete quest, but killing them, like wiping the raising the place or whatever it's called, doesn't count for its pacify, which is a bit awkward because I'd really like to do that with this one. Because I really don't want to do that keep one. So I guess we're going to be buying their unit, which is pretty unexciting until we get some more combats. couple more curios than I was thinking. There's curio there, curio there. Do I want the tech in the other way? I want the initial happiness off this is what I really would like. But we could do this in 3 turns. Getting that next turn. I think I'm still going with what I'm going with. All right. Let's see if I have that option or if it is still blocked after having accepted the quest to then buy a unit instead. Yeah, I can. 150. Pacify 1 of a quest I'm not going to get otherwise. That seems fine. Okay. And no longer enough to rush this, so nothing else to be done there. Still, I might just assign this boost because I don't like the red dot. All right. That's probably not a good reason strategically. I don't like the red dot. I'm going to waste a resource. Sure. Okay, another faction. Influence is fine. Let's chat with them. What do they want for pacifying? They want have at least 3 districts with merchant houses. That's quite a later tier quest. Like, I don't want to build merchants' houses early, particularly. But pacification quest, I can always bribe. I do like the unicorn unit, and I don't actually like this archer unit. So potentially doing that would be fine. We do want to think about where we want to settle for our territory expands. Having 2 more locations to drop Lord's Estates would be good. And I would love the double... this is approval, right? I believe, yeah, that's definitely an approval icon. I get that the purple and the red look different. Like, the purple looks pretty purple right there, or pretty pink right there. But on the map, it looks very red to me, and the red is fortification, so I get confused if these are fortification or happiness bonuses all the time. If we took this territory first, then if we settle in order, this territory, then this territory, we can settle a pretty nice spot, like either here. I mean, I can settle here already, I suppose, but we get that as well. So we settle right here. Can't quite buy that. We'd have to build 2 districts. I'm trying to get them both in. I guess there's no way to do that. Not exactly sure what that looks like quite yet. All right, let's keep going. I would like to fight the unicorn army, which is going to be here in a second. Right there, in fact. Can get the curio. And this scout is going to be out of range to help with that. I think these 2 can handle it. It's only 2, and it won't impact the quest at all to fight the neutral army. So we'll do that for our experience. Seems good. Okay, these things ignore armor and are speed 3. Do they have another bonus? Yeah, damage versus infantry, which we are. And if I move 3 tiles, they crit as well. So we don't want to mess with that too much. And I like the grid on. 1, 2, 3. Or rather, we don't want to be in range of their charge if possible. That thing just moved 4 at the end of it out. Did I miss? Oh, that unit has 4 movement. Rip. So our perfectly set up location just cost us a unit. Oh, that's very annoying. We don't have enough damage to kill this, so they will be able to kill the archer. Don't think there's any way I can fix that either. They both can get on top of that archer too. They will take opportunity attacks to do it. But walking away to there, if they're speed 4, they can just run us down. So I can fortify, but fortifying doesn't reduce their damage because they ignore armor. So I think that archer's dead. Oh, very close. They did take 2 opportunity attacks to move to that location. This tile allows the execute ability if I can get enough damage on that, which we might be able to do. And that will be here. 30 to 40 puts it at either 30 to 40. And what's the execute do? Execute does 50. That is enough. So we can get 2 attacks off there. Is it enough I do this? 12 to 16 would not be enough. All right, so we take that attack, execute there. Get our second attack. It does heal our archer, which is nice. I don't think that's going to be enough. We walk away, we die. Did get a heal, but it's not very much. This doesn't protect us. So no way to prevent. I just want to make sure they don't get an elevated attack. I don't think it can survive though, right? 33. The enemy does 30 to 39. They'd have to have very much low roll to survive that. I could heal it for a consumable. I don't actually like this archer unit very much. This says it doesn't take my action, but I'm almost certain it does. We should have a second attack here, but I will try the heal just in case. Yeah, it did take my action. It will keep this unit alive though, so maybe it's worth. Didn't take the archer attack, should have. All right. Good enough. Now, didn't notice the 4 movement, so I could have done a better fight there, but whatever. All right, expansion timing. We need to figure out where. And that takes a moment here. So these both have populations that we can consume, which I think is important. Judging how painful it is to find good expansions for these guys, I assume that means I want to go tall, which means lots of population points. I'd like to settle basically that tile. Man, these are so weak. The yields of this are so garbage still. Well, let's say it's that tile. And we want it to be 1, 2, 3, 4 with that. Even then, we don't get those upgrades, so it's not even that exciting. I guess I need to see this tile, but this looks like just flat grassland. It's like, where would I want to settle in this territory? There is an upgrade later they can get that makes every tile have dust on it, but it's quite an expensive build, like 1,400 hammers or something. Another one available. Dust on city we definitely use. 20 per turn seems great. Are we rushing the forum? Almost certainly. Influence is a very limiting factor early. Although I kind of want to be able to pacify unicorns too, just to buy them into the army. Which means I'm going to need a bunch of gold. If we complete that quest, what was the payoff? 400 influence, right? Yeah, okay. So I'll probably hold the gold for now. Hold the dust. Alright. Going up for the goodie hut. I also could use this unit to expand. This is the best location I've identified thus far. So that may be where we're going first. There's going to be no more wandering armies down here. They haven't had time to spawn a second one. Let's have this scout. We can actually see things as a third. That makes this territory a little bit better for us, which is nice. I could pacify 2 of them by bribery. And then wipe the last one out so it doesn't spawn units on me. $200. It's going to be fairly expensive to take that route. Let's see what's down here. Basically nothing. Okay, so we're on the bottom of the continent here. This is a good time to be doing this, because if I use this rebellion mechanic, which generates, if I use this roundup mechanic, then I can be in position to fight the rebellions while we're here before traveling with the army somewhere. So, all right, where do we want to settle then? One there. We only have access to one right now, but for future ones, where would be the second? That territory is not this territory. It's totally unconnected. Maybe we aren't settling down here. Maybe I just get a camp. I don't know if I'm able to take the populations from a camp, right? So I think the way it works is if you assimilate a minor faction that is in the borders, I think I can only assimilate minor factions that are in my borders. I'm not sure if I can assimilate minor factions that are in camps or not, as opposed to attached. But if I assimilate the ones that are in the city that I'm working, I get the population, I get one population per village immediately. And then I also get their bonuses, and then I can also do the roundup ability. So this would be 3 pop immediately if this was attached to that city, which is quite a lot right now. But these tiles are not good. And I really like this double happiness, but they're pretty spread out, so they're difficult to get together as well. And there's only one village here. All that to say, not looking like a great expansion spot down here. Let's go there. I don't know if that no healing applies to non Last Lord units or not. I assume yes, but I don't actually know that. Go there, combine those. Let's pacify this and grab our charger. Speed 4, in case anyone didn't know. I don't know if it's speed 4 on the world map, mind you. I guess we're going to fight this one while we're right here. So we'll pacify this one by buying and then fight this one. That's what we can do. We can actually do that this turn. We're in range to do it. It won't pacify, but it will stop them spawning neutral armies to screw up my settlements later. Okay. Have we fought this turn? No. Do we need one more unit? I only have 2 stacks right now, and it's 4. I think I have the retreat option if I want. It's 3 on 4. I think we can handle that as long as we play real safe with that archer. I want to be able to attack on round 1, which means there. 1, 2, 3. No, it means like that. Assuming this still has 4 for us. Okay. All right. Our unicorn ignores armor as well. They will get some pretty nasty focus fire, but our lord doesn't ignore armor. Tile does nothing for us. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can go there. Definitely need this unit attacking next round. I'd like the archer to be playing too. I assume they're going to surround this and just hit it a bunch of times. So maybe this tile is good. It blocks. Doesn't block any tiles. They can get 3 like this. Not sure there's a best tile for that. Or rather, I'm sure there is, but I can't identify it. This is range 3, I believe, so no good here. Don't want to get closer. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, we can't get closer. Maybe losing that archer is better than losing the unicorn. Oh, they did attack a different target. Interesting. Wasn't expecting them to focus this unit. Awkward. So if we went there, we could shoot here. That is an isolated unit, so we would get the opportunist bonus, which means we might be able to execute with the Lord and get 2 attacks and save the unicorn's attack, which would be good. So we'll try that. That's a yes. The death blow heals units near it. This unit can't move with these 2 here. Or rather, it can only move to the tile the Lord's on. I could move there, eat 1 attack to do that, and set up for a better heal on that unit, which seems reasonable, since the Lord is undamaged and will also heal from that attack. It is low ground compared to that unicorn, which isn't such a big deal. I could also move this one first, but okay, we go here. We eat 1 attack. We move in there. Take our execute there. Okay. Now I can move here so we can focus fire the same unit. I think this archer's dead, but better the archer than the infantry. And then it's there. There. This unit does leech as it attacks. And there. But they can definitely kill a unit here. Probably the archer if they both go for it. Yeah. Oh, they didn't both go for it though. Or they did go for it. They ran the... They tried to run the double zone of control and died going for it. Interesting. Okay. Where's the elevation? So that tile's fine. Cool. Okay, that one's pacified. We need to buy the last one. Got a bunch of gold from that. So next turn we can complete the triple pacification quest. This does not count as pacifying, this whatever we did to them. And do we have any other units left? No. 300 gold. I assume it's going to scale up the buying cost, but I'm not 100% sure how that works. We could get Forum 1 turn earlier for 52. We're making 13 right now, and this would bring it up by 3, I think. I'm going to do it. Whether or not it's a good idea, I don't know. All right. And are people working when I want them working? Yes. Okay, probably a good time to end the part. Let's end the turn. And I will see you guys in the next part.